So something that kind of bothers me is how news stories can get memory hold. These are important news stories, still have long-lasting effects, but because of the 24-hour news cycle, they just don't get reported anymore. This does include kidnapping cases. It doesn't seem to be a real dedicated thing to broadcast these missing people on a larger scale. These people are still missing. Just because there hasn't been any hits on it and because they're still a cold case doesn't make them any less important. Okay, we have Abby Lynn Patterson. They went missing Tuesday, September 5th, 2017. At the time of her disappearance, she was 20 years old. She is 5 foot 7 inches, 140 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. She was last wearing a white shirt with brown shorts. She has tattoos on her shoulder. She has a bird. She has a birthmark on the back of her thigh. She was last seen in a brown Buick. Patterson was last seen in Lumberton, North Carolina, 11:30 a.m. on September 5th, 2017, leaving her grandmother's house with the expectation of returning soon, as she said she had to run some errands and would be home in a half hour. The 20-year-old texted her mother, Samantha Lovett, before heading out, informing her that she would be returning home in approximately an hour with a few of her old high school pals. She then waved goodbye to her grandmother and left through the front door. She never returned. She left home on East 9th Street, walked down the street towards Englewood Avenue, got into an older model brown Buick sedan that was parked on the side of the road after leaving her grandmother's house on East 9th Street, according to a witness. The driver of the Buick, who was a friend of Abby's, was located by the police. Detectives were informed by him that she had called him, requested a ride to a different location. He dropped her off there and was unaware of her whereabouts. Circumstances of disappearance. Since Abby and her mother had a very close relationship, Samantha knew something wasn't right when Abby abruptly stopped answering her texts. Samantha kept attempting to reach Abby on her cell phone, but every call ended up in her voicemail. Samantha reported her missing to the Lumberton Police Department when she didn't return home by 6 p.m. In the months prior to Patterson's disappearance, 3 women were found dead under unclear circumstances in Lumberton. The bodies of Rhonda Jones and Christina Bennett were found 50 yards apart from each other on April 18th, and the body of Megan Oxendine was found 2 city blocks away on June 3rd. All the dead women were found naked and in various stages of decay. All of them had struggled with drug addiction, as Patterson had, and the cause and circumstances of their death remain unclear. I'm assuming they mentioned this, they probably think it is tied to it. Looks like there is a $10,000 reward. The points of contacts are the FBI, Charlotte Division, 704-672-6100, Lumberton PD, 910-671-3845. Thanks for listening.